Welcome back. We are in the semi-finale of this show already. It's sad. We've been having such a good time together.
Here we are, the penultimate, as they say.
Yes.
The penultimate.
Where we are now is our heroes are currently dreaming, but not the sort of dream that you would usually have, as they have settled into slumber within the captain's quarters of the Manticore. And as they drift off into slumber, visions begin to form around, colors, sort of rippling contours of rainbows and kaleidoscopic visions, and non-Euclidean geometry flows past as things begin to appear into your naked eye. It is as if you've stepped into another dimension. For Elminster, it's like, dreams.
Tuesday afternoon.
For the rest, and maybe for you, this is something you're a little more familiar with, but to Sky Captain Flynt and Loholt, this is otherworldly. It is familiar in that you can it sort of feels like somewhere you've been before, like you've experienced this place, like it's like returning to your parents' house after being away for a long time. And it's like there's this deep familiarity and yet alien quality to it, and it's just not quite the way that it should be.
As someone who's traveled and spent time on the astral plane, is this at all familiar?
It's similar. It is very something you might expect to see on the astral plane, but there is a lot more stuff. There's more ground. There's more like air. There's what could be types of plants. There's like something kind of a spongy softness to the ground beneath you. There is strands of webbing cascading across the sky, little arcs of lightning and clouds that morph and shape and twist, and the ceiling is now all of a sudden coiling around the center in front of you, and then now it is sort of on an angle, and back up into the sky it goes, and things are rolling past. You hear a bah as a little sheep with electricity arcing around its wool bounces as if on another planet.
Electric sheep.
Oh, you looked at it. Good. Make a wisdom save.
Oh, bloody hell.
Things are bad.
Oh.
That was bad.
Sorry.
That would be an 11, I'm afraid.
An 11.
Is it? Am I around him?
Yes.
Does it count?
Yes,
well,
it
then
does.
it's a 16.
That is enough. You feel your eyes start to droop as you
That's
watch the
2.
sheep, and it starts to bounce, and you have to shake yourself out of an exhaustive sleep.
I take you by the shoulder. I say, never leave me side. Never leave me side, friend.
All
And
right.
I'll actually look behind me. Do I see a silver cord trailing
You
out
do
the
not.
backside? All right. Well, we're not on
That's
the
a good
astral
sign.
plane. Good sign.
And as you turn around, you see Elminster standing with a ruby red blade
Well,
that looks very similar to Amber Fang blazoned in his hand.
well, that's quite the piece of hardware you got there, Mr. Elminster.
He added a good sword, too.
Indeed, indeed.
Is that what I think it is?
What do you think it is?
So I'll take my sword and compare it to.
They're similar yet different.
How did you acquire that?
A nice goddess gave it to me.
A goddess?
Yes.
I don't believe we have any here in Amaria.
It's good to have friends in high places.
Oh, yes.
You are holding an elder blade. Would I recognize this as this would be Ruby Fang?
I think so, yeah.
Would you call her just a dragon? To me, she seemed like a goddess. That's what I do, romance goddesses, you know?
And
So I've heard.
the dragon simply gave you Ruby Fang.
I don't think it's mine to keep, but I think we're going to need it right now.
Well, that's a bad sign then. I
Yes,
think.
it is a bad
Very bad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
man.
This was, well, we're here.
Yeah. Yes.
So this is the dream realm.
A hippo
And,
with eagle wings flies past.
How come me and Continuum don't get one of them pig stickers?
Yeah.
Not every hero has a fang.
I've heard that said. I've heard that said in song and story. Speaking of that, I will just check. I know I've been reassured that it will be the case, but do I have all my possessions?
Yes, you do.
And question, have the spell slots that I've recently expended...
They are still expended.
They are still expended.
Yes.
Very well.
So we are in this
You
realm.
are currently in the realm, and you are in your dream specifically. You have all come here to find out what is going on with supposedly a vestige that has come to some power and is interfering with the magic that courses through the ley lines. And you have recently been possibly, it could be, responsible for creating this vestige, as it were.
Of course. Indirectly, of course.
He dreams
Yes.
of me.
And
I think we're looking for evil me.
And so as you begin to look around, a little bit of familiarity arrives. The land begins to twist and shape as you sort of let your subconscious guide the dream as it begins to form. And you see 3 figures come into vision. One very shadowy and harder to parse through the kaleidoscopic movements of the dream world, but very clearly wielding what looks to be a green blade. The second one, mechanized suit, various things rolling around in it. A little clearer, a lot more visually apparent. You
Merrick's.
recognize it as Merrick's,
To
much
Kenneth.
more specific. And a third, which is an uncanny resemblance to the elderly gentleman who happens to be standing next to you.
But clear as day.
Yes. As if there were 2 of them, except one's not holding a red sword.
I see. And how are these figures?
Yes. Yes, there. Back here, are we? Hello, hello. Ah, well, this is a problem.
Disintegrate.
Tell me it's a good opening, Gavin.
Can it be that easy? Choose between intelligence, wisdom, and charisma?
Oh, he's casting a spell. He can cast a spell. Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
If you would like to disintegrate, you may certainly attempt to do so.
Okay.
I, on my dex save, am going to get a 14 to dodge that. I don't think that's going to work. So instead, this mirror image of yourself is, oh, no. And he'll just grab the disintegration and just throw that away.
Mm-hmm. Just wanted
With
to
the
check.
counter spell.
Counterspell?
And he knows obviously what is being done to him, so it's easy for him
Yeah,
to
he.
cast that.
Yeah. So this just goes off. What is the Merrick's figure doing?
He appears to be twitching slightly and sort of goes to speak, and then the Elminster raises his hand and the Merrick's pulls back again. There's quite enough of that. Ready, I think.
So you're the culprit behind this entire thing, then?
Oh, well, yes. I'm a culprit behind many things.
Eladar the Dark.
Some have called me that in the past. Yes, I believe I have you to thank for this revelation. I've already begun the work, and the weave here will soon bow before the goddess.
I don't think so.
Well, I do, and frankly, that's really all that matters. She is the one who needs the guidance, and I have provided it. We symbiotically live from each other now.
So while he's talking, I remember a conversation that Continuum said about us being able to control our dreams.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to envision his mouth sealed shut.
Go for it. So you're going to give me, you can choose one of your mental stats.
Yep.
I assume charisma.
Yeah.
So you're going to roll a d20, and you're going to add that charisma to it, as long as you beat 20 minus your charisma modifier, so 15, I believe.
Yeah.
So you're going to need to roll a 15 DC charisma check.
Not this time around.
You try to manifest the willpower to adjust something in this dream, and he just kind of stares at you as there's a little bit of a...
That's right.
Tastes like beef broth. No, I don't think so. I have many plans. I wish to attend. My lady needs me, you see. She is quite distraught. It is a shame that this all must come to pass, but so be it. There can't be 2 of us after all. Perhaps you should just go home. From back where you came. I have everything taken care of here now.
Come to be, Scarecrow.
Well, you don't have control over me. I am my own person now.
I was merely entreating.
There is nothing that you can offer me that has not already been granted by my lady.
Tell me more.
My lady is soon to become one with the weave of this world. Power grows each and every day, and soon that blasted dragon will be rid of, and all will be as it should be.
And who is your lady?
The only lady that matters, of course, the one that you dreamed up, the one that sits within your mind,
You cannot give her name.
the Lady of Mysteries.
I don't
Are
believe-
you unable to say her name for legal reasons?
My Lady Mistra.
Well, her I've heard of.
Symbiosis between the two of us have granted a new ability within the weave.
I thought that she was connected to you as a chosen.
Mm-hmm.
Also, when you were not a good wizard, would Mistra support this Eladar the Dark?
That's a very complicated question.
Mistra is all about everybody getting to use arcane magic. Mistra is not inherently good.
I see.
She just works for good on almost all occasions because it is the nature of almost all sentient beings who get magic to oppress others and keep others from having it because it's like a power source.
Of course.
But yeah, Mr. might. On the other hand, Mistra sleeps with me. I don't know who this.
Well, now, here's a theory, Mr. Elminster. If this here fella looks like you, has all your powers, and beyond what you're having right now, it's not possible that his lady is not quite your lady. That this Mistra he worships is as much a vestige as he.
That must be.
But as soon as we have consumed the ley lines, this will be no longer. You see, it is very simple.
Did he just say consumed
Yes.
the ley
yes,
lines?
I'm sure that's what he did
He
say.
did. I distinctly heard it.
So we're here now. How is this supposed to go down in your eyes?
No, you're not here, not like I am. No,
Oh, but
you
we are.
You are projections. You have some power, but so do I. You will not progress any further than this. And he raises his fingers, and a feminine figure wielding a green blade steps between him and the rest of you. And the Merrick's also comes up, kind of struggling as he moves over as well. Yes.
Do the rest of you know this fella?
This would happen to be Merrick's de Kenneth, rightful heir to the throne de Kenneth in Everon.
Super genius. Here's my card. That's enough of that from you. You're very annoying.
He also is a key in saving my life.
But not really him, another vestige,
No.
yes?
Yes.
But what about
This-
this lady here with the green blade?
This is Adira.
It's very faint, almost a shadow, like sort of an echo, probably because she actually does exist in this world and cannot be a vestige.
No, she killed me.
Well, that's what you get for coming in the middle. Sorry.
But to be fair, I asked her to.
Now then, Eladar, was it?
I am soon to be one with Amaria. You may call me as you see will.
Well, sir, what exactly are your plans for this world once you've
It
achieved?
will know the beauty that is the Lady of Mysteries, as all worlds should. The magic here is good, and it will be made right, and she will be made whole. She is saddened by the lack of power that seems to be for long from her. It saddens me as well. We feed off each other. I am as much her as she is me. We will restore her from whence she came.
As he, as he's, oh, go ahead.
Can I, I think I might know this, but I'm happy to make a history check. I'm drawing some conclusions. It seems that this is a great war between dragons and gods. And
That's a pretty good way to look at it. Although it's God is a right?
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Oh, it is. I can see it. How much did we lose?
It's not bad. Will get worse.
Very well.
That's funny. Actually, I can see his ear wiggling every time.
But I'm still getting the same. And I was like, oh, there's a wiggling here.
Yeah, every time you move that, it wiggles.
Yeah, I'm afraid they do.
Are you on, Devin?
It's a cantrip. Wiggling ear.
Yeah. God is a bit of a strong term. I think Captain Flynt there was probably on point when he thought it's a vestige. I think you could probably assume that they seem to have some kind of bond where they draw from each other's strength. There is some potential things you could unlock with that if you had idea on who Mister was and how she worked in the cosmology, but
So a religion.
only one of you knows that information. So.
Yeah.
So as Eladar's talking, I understand now since that little mouth thing happened that I gotta focus harder here. Adira is standing in front,
Yes.
and is she holding
She's
Adira's
holding-
tear?
She's holding what looks to be a shade of Adira's tear. Now, you would know it can't be actual Rennick, but it can certainly function similarly to Rennick.
Okay, I'm gonna envision that Adira is thinking the lines. You think you had me, you never did.
That stab.
At that stab, right?
Yeah.
And then I want the shade to look and see Eladar and see Bravenska
Okay.
and go for the stab.
You may go ahead and make that roll.
Wow, natural 1.
Dream manipulation is not your strong suit.
It definitely is not.
As you continue to try and do something. Look, we can keep doing this, or you can simply let things be as they should. You may go home, you can return to where you came. The two of you may go about your business. Soon things will be normal and as they should be. You do not need to do anything. And I have no quarrel with any of you.
And what of me crew?
What of your crew? They are yours.
And they will also have safe passage back.
I see no reason to deny anyone any problems. We are simply doing what we must to maintain our survival and ensure that my lady is well kept.
And what befalls this world when Elminster and I go?
Then I get what I want, and everyone else gets what they need.
Ah, and you are the one who decides what they need.
Well, no, my lady knows what is best. This place is ripe for devout and worship, and it is only natural that it should occur, especially with the world being literally formed of mana. And it is our purpose, it is what we do.
Well, I mean, this fella seems to be talking a lot of sense, folks.
I'm not quite sure about that. I don't.
Well, when I turn back, I do a very big wink to all of you. It's like,
Yes,
talking a lot of sense.
that makes a lot of sense. Yes. Sorry.
Very good. I'm glad we could come to an understanding. Now then, I'll let you dream what it is you dream. And remember, I don't want to start a fight, but I will give you one if you bring it.
I'm hardly one to be picking fights with archmages. Just a humble seaman I am.
Of course. I mean, the two
I knew you'd like that
vestiges.
one.
The two vestiges.
I'll get the hanky.
The two vestiges in the shade just sort of fade away into the kaleidoscopic landscape as
Leaving us alone?
leaving you alone in your dream.
That's weird. How is it they couldn't attack us? Something's not right. You'd think that he would have just snuffed us out.
I think maybe we needed to make the first move.
Or they want to learn more about what we're thinking and what we're up to.
I don't know if you noticed, but I tried to use my thoughts to change things. It was working for a time. I just couldn't seem to get a grip on the fact that my thoughts could change things. Like, look, I'm going to imagine that I can produce fire.
Go for it.
Another natural one.
Can't quite seem to get it.
Let me see. Is that
It'll be intelligence, so 15 is what you're looking for.
12.
It is very difficult.
This is a lot harder than I thought.
Let me give it a go. I'll try to form a tankard of ale in my hand.
Oh, better idea.
19.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, and with you have a +4 to your charisma?
I do.
That's enough.
Well,
Yeah, it just sort of mists and fades and shimmers into your hand.
well, this is actually one of the best pints of ale I've ever tasted. In fact, it is the best pint of ale I ever tasted. As I recall, it was in the Yawning Portal. Yes. Okay. So, as I let it go, it vanishes. How do we know that this will work against him, though, and the others?
I don't. I tried to silence him, and it worked a little bit, but I cannot seem to figure out how to manifest these powers.
I think it is the nature of the dream.
Well,
The thing I don't understand is that this Eldar, from what I've heard from you, and from what I've seen in the nightmare, this Eldar is ruthless. Why would he be playing with us? He should simply have wiped us out with his own powers. There is something he's not telling us. Maybe he doesn't have the power yet, or
He
his...
probably needs me.
But he could have tried to kill you.
Merrick's was there as well. Merrick's isn't here, but he was still there.
And he was struggling, it looks like.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I don't know that he does need you. Perhaps he needs you, Loholt, to continue to have these dreams.
this is your dream, after all, is it not?
You think he's not complete yet?
Mm.
You know, I think that if we could get you to dream differently, then perhaps we would see a different outcome, as opposed to trying to change the outcome itself of what you have already dreamt. Do you know what I mean?
Yes. But as I tried...
Flash of genius.
But as I tried to manipulate my dreams, it doesn't seem to work.
Well, maybe I might be able to help you out. All you've got to do is dream. Dream, dream, dream. Eat an bardic inspiration.
Ah,
Well, that ought to help.
But don't use it now for ale or something. You hold on to that until we need it.
good call.
But that said,
Would you like to do the help action to really perhaps guidance yourself?
No, he told me to hold on to it. I mean, I was going to
No,
try.
he doesn't want you to use it to conjure something like ale. Like he wants you to use it to do something big.
I think you should change your view. Stop dreaming of Eladar. And I don't know where the goddess comes from, but
I've never heard of this goddess Mistra. Well, can you tell me about her? She is simply the goddess of magic.
She is, yes, she is Our Lady of Mysteries. She is.
Does she
She
have?
is the weave.
Does she
in
have a
total.
form?
She can take any form she wants.
No native look or form that she has.
She is usually a gorgeous woman because when she's with me, or if she's with Azuth, she appears to us as a wise and gorgeous woman with the stars in her eyes. She can appear as 9 stars in a circle. She can appear as 2 eyes that could swallow the world. She can appear in many forms, but she is the weave. And the weave is, although we like to think of it as some sort of tapestry or threads running everywhere, knobs and tubes, to quote a departed man, it is just the way in which we harness the natural energies of the world I'm from. And we call that, scholars call it, arcane magic. I do not know how Amaria is different with the veil.
We have all.
Therefore, Eladar doesn't know that either. Because he only knows what I know.
And I was about to explain it.
Don't do that.
Wait, does that mean he gains any new knowledge that you acquire, or does he only have the knowledge that you had at the time he was manifested?
Good question.
Right.
Because he manifested from the dreams, so he knows all about all the dirty stories. I mean, past memories I told when we were...
That definitely would be true.
Yeah. But I don't know what he knows. What I learned now.
Well,
Very bad at these things.
Well, I
found a key.
Yes.
I have a feeling that what is inside here will be very helpful against Eladar. But I can't figure it out.
let me see if I can't. Now then, the key.
The key fell out of the side of the box.
You move this bit here.
Yes, and then the other bit comes out, and that's where the key fell. The key is to go insert somewhere, but there is another loose section in the middle of the box, and I don't know how to wedge that piece out without breaking the device.
Wait.
Oh my god, the whole thing moves.
There we are, boy. There we are.
You've discovered something. Of course.
Don't lose that bit now.
No.
I will say you have to turn it all the way around. The only reason I put that in is because there you go. Yeah, it's a really finicky lock. Inside the box is an exquisitely crafted emerald green dagger that looks as if something you would expect Bravenska himself to have used.
It's Rennick. I cannot wield this.
Not comfortably.
Who can? Of us.
What prevents you from wielding it?
My mana-laden abilities. I'll reach in and I'll grab hold of the blade.
And
The handle.
your arm starts to arthritically crease as your skin peels back and black and green veins run up your arm.
I'm going to envision my arm. It's a dream, right?
Yes.
I'm going to envision my arm, the arm of my dead friend Christoph, who was an Eltherian knight, one of the first betrayers, and envision that I am him briefly so that I can hold the blade without pain.
Go for it.
I will help you.
15.
That's enough.
Okay.
So your arm begins to ripple and mold and shape as it turns into that of an Eltherian knight.
If you read my novel, you'll know which character I am. Oh, man. Imperial Royal Dagger. This masterwork Rennick dagger is said to have belonged to the Eltherian Emperor himself. Thanks to the expert craftsmanship and high quality of materials, it provides a +2 bonus to attack rolls. A bunch of other things, plus, when a creature is hit by a Rennick weapon, it must save. This withers a creature.
It also cuts through magical shielding.
Yes.
As long as you hold it in that arm from now on, you'll be fine.
Well, I'll put it back in the box and close it up,
But not lock the box.
but not lock
Right.
it. This could be the key, or one of the keys, to taking Eladar out. See, I don't think he's aware exactly of what Rennick can do.
Well, let's
Elminster
not
was
tell
never
him.
And even Elminster knows what he can do, so he
He was
would
never
know.
stabbed by it, though.
Yeah.
And I didn't know any that bit about the magical shielding until that.
No. So you still technically may not know that.
All right, then.
The next question is where is he?
Well, I assume he's all around us, if we wanted to bring
Did
him
you
back.
want to use Continuum's advice to try and sort of pierce through your own bubble of dream to break through to the world that's to the dream world, the greater?
Sorry, what was that advice?
She told you to change your dream, to try and undream what you've dreamed.
Or that it would probably be easier if you helped. I could try to envision that your dream is different, but it would be helpful too if you did the same.
I can change my dream. But to what? All right. I will try to change my surroundings.
Okay.
I will pick a point. I will pick the camp with my colleagues before the pirate came, or the privateer came, and I will just try to recreate that with my memories fogged again,
Mhm.
and just change that surrounding.
Okay.
It's definitely a fail, and the D10 would be too difficult.
Could I help him?
Would you continue? Would you like to help him? Or would you like to try it yourself?
I failed for sure. Yeah.
You can roll again.
Yeah, she will help you.
What does that mean? Advantage?
Yes.
16. That'll do.
Okay. So as the two of you, as you kind of try to guide him into manipulating, you're a little more familiar with this being a dreamwalker and this being something that you more so do. And you start to see the kaleidoscopic ripples of contours sort of mold and shape as this area around you begins to sort of peel away, almost as if you just reached out and just this matte painting slides aside as the dream, which is effectively just a stage at this point, has manifested as a physical entity. And as you pry apart the matte painting, you reveal a crimson red river of mist surrounded by sparkling stars swirling around that goes up and snakes its way off into the sky.
That's not what I dreamed.
The river continues to run, flow.
This is not what I dreamed. I was trying to dream of my friends back at the camp when we first met.
Still, this seems like it might lead us to where we need to go.
Same crimson as we saw.
Yes.
Okay.
You see all of that up there? Like, that's the same sort of energy signature we saw around the ship when the ley line was stuttering.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and there has to be some way that they have a connection for the ley lines to be sapped.
Perhaps this is the root of it.
Same red as the sword.
Slightly different. Although if you kind of hold the sword next to the crimson to check, it does look a lot like when you first saw the ley lines and they were clashing against each other. There was the ruby and there was the crimson, and they seem to be bashing up against each other on the ley line.
Mm-hmm.
Elminster, you know Eladar better than anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Know him as well as you might know yourself.
He's drunk and dirty me.
Yes. But where might you find yourself if you needed to plan and to scheme?
I'd look down and there I'd be.
Oh, I meant the locale. The locale.
Oh, look.
Might there be a place of refuge?
Like a wizard's tower or something, yes?
Well, yes, in my world, I live in a tower. In Shadowdale. Tower is a rather grand word. It's
take
2
us there.
floors tall.
Can you take us there?
Sure. In dreams, certainly. Do you want it with Leo in residence, or Storm visiting me for the night, or an apprentice? or-
Perhaps no visitors.
No
at all.
visitors. Very good. Okay. Then there'll be a lot of dust, and a lot of paper, and a lot of books. Okay. I can see it now.
Can you?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
What you want to do is get a 15 or higher.
No.
So it kind of starts to form a little bit, and there's a flow from there's sort of a surge from the Red River, and it kind of just can't quite seem to form.
I don't know the place that he's speaking of, but can I help him? Like, just in the sense of...
You could take like general stock of the situation if you like.
Can I use history or arcana or anything like that?
For what?
For attempt to visualize.
Ooh,
It's
But I
You
think-
have a eidetic memory.
I think I might.
That's
be able,
true.
I think I might be able to help you out a little bit.
Oh, he has keen memory.
Keen mind?
Keen mind.
yeah. I'll give you.
Keen mind and prodigious memory.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll give you. So what are you trying to manifest? You're just trying to manifest the tower.
Can accurately recall anything
Yeah,
you have
okay.
seen or heard.
So here's
within the past.
here's what I'll do. You begin to conjure it up, and there's some sort of almost tug of war that starts to happen, and the tower does appear, but it appears at the top of the Red River,
Do you believe that maybe Eladar is using it as his base?
Could be.
Let's not.
So is this Red River Weld magic?
It appears to be some sort. It's weird. It's a river, but it's also like made of mist, so it's sort of a weird, like misty.
Like a ley line of some sort?
Yeah, like a ley line river of mist that snakes up and around and up into the sky. And at the very, very top, at the far end of it, you can make out what appears to be some sort of tower now.
That up there, that's your hope, is it?
There are twinkling stars that sort of circle around it.
It's my dream home.
Indeed.
Hey!
Well, I might be able to help you bring it a little closer. Well, there's no place like home for the holidays. So I'll give him a D10 of bardic inspiration.
Okay.
May I?
You may.
It's the same
Wait, you
age.
can roll a 10 on.
Yeah, you roll a
on top
D10
of
and
that.
add 10 to it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 8 plus...
So it's plus 5, and then
No, let's see. The next one beside it.
Yeah,
That one.
that one. There.
And an additional 7.
okay.
Oh, that'll do it.
The river begins to adjust and shift and change as the flow becomes much more solid, and it begins to. The mist is no longer chaotic and rushing in every direction. It is now a solid flow directly up towards the tower, almost like
A straight
like
path.
a straight path or like a downstream that might take you where you need to go.
Captain, I believe it's your turn to envision a ship.
Ah,
The Manticore would help us get there.
indeed. So it would. So it would. Let us just see.
And wait. I appreciate your music. And allow me to give you one of my own. Size doesn't matter. 6 or 10 bone. You get a D6 on mine.
A D6, all right. There's no D10, but I'll take it. Very well. I do have some luck left.
That's true.
That's a 19.
Yes.
Well, you still
Plus
get it anyway.
another D.
So you stare at this river that's now calm and flowing, much like Elminster's beard, just straight, slightly misty with an odd smell.
Yeah. Okay, that's.
Oh, and I guess I'll hold on to this.
Yeah,
D6
you can hold on
if I
to
don't need it.
And a ship begins to majestically manifest itself along the river's edge. A glorious rendition of the Manticore, but you could always add a few extra little things there if you wanted.
Oh, yes, it's much more ostentatious. It's got that new ship smell. And the captain will step up to the gangplank and welcome aboard.
I'll walk up onto the deck and...
It's a little spongy, but it's okay.
Okay, well done.
Now then, let's be on our way.
And you walk over to the helm, and there's no wheel, but there is a helmet.
A helmet.
Yes.
Very well.
Oh no. Well, you can't be a helmsperson without a helm now, can you?
I'll take the hat off and I'll put the hat on.
And the
Helmet.
ship just lurches and begins.
All right, then, we're on our way. And I suspect this won't be an easy fight. You've got that box handy, do you? His arm is still all weird now.
I have it.
Yeah, he got those like greens.
We'll spring it at the right moment.
Very well.
Your blade will be useful in
Mhm.
defending against his attacks.
I'll ask you this, Mr. Elminster. You know it's a bit rude, but you think if there's any attacks that might be particularly efficacious when directed against your person? I assume it would be the same for him.
Suddenly, Loholt's like, it's just like there's just like dun, 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 just like different disintegrations going off. Dun, dun, dun. He's just like, disintegrate.
Well, I was usually felled by a good swift kick to the balls. But,
Well, that's one of my signature moves.
but the other thing is, if someone has their hand in your mouth or something else, like a tentacle that's expanding, you can't speak any spells. And if at the same time you're whacking their fingers, they can't do somatic opponents. So
Very
then
well.
it comes down to what they can do with their mind.
You can do some things with your mind.
Mhm.
Yes, we're in for a fight. Now, for Merrick's, on the other hand, we need to watch out for him. If he's some sort of puppet, then he is full of tricks that even I am unaware of.
Well, you know him though. What's his speciality?
Frustrating him with insults would be the first thing.
Ooh, well, I'm just the vicious mockery for that job.
Yeah, tell him how stupid his genius is.
But spread out
And
because
fling him into Adiro
Yes.
constantly.
and
Because,
Adira,
You know, I
if-
saw those looks across the table.
if Adira actually is a shade of who I think, even with the blade that she has, getting stung by that will be the greatest sting you'll ever feel.
Well, I'll do my best to
He
avoid
taps on the
that.
box when he says that.
The conversation is abruptly broken by a voice that cuts through the swirling red mist that you're sailing along and the stars in the sky. Avast ye! About face now! As the ship begins to rotate itself. That's right then! Off for that direction! We gotta get away! Then
Where's this voice coming
you
from?
turn to look to see a man in a large captain's hat with a big feather, huge mustache, big handlebar, and a goatee, and a massive wicked hook on his hand.
You're not be giving orders on my ships.
Oh, I be doing. I'm the captain, and we gotta be going in that direction.
Away from the tower?
I'm the captain. There's too many captains on this boat, I reckon.
I think you'll be wanting to listen to me.
Really, and who be you?
I be-
Says I to ye.
I be the captain with a hook.
Captain with a hook.
Aye, and we be wanting to go that away as you begin turning back around the way you came.
Nay. Our
there any-
destination lies there. As I
No, you be wanting to go that way.
Are there any
Else you face
speeds
the
in
horrid
this?
beast. And he points behind him with his good hand, and as you see a massive clockwork contraption with clock dials for teeth and the huge jaw of a crocodile surges towards the ship as a ticking begins to incessantly play all around you.
Just,
I believe your ship is being taken over, Captain.
Mutiny, is it then?
Can't be mutiny, I be the captain, and we be going that way.
So, if you let the crocodile eat Hook,
That's what I was thinking too. I think yon beastie's got a taste for your flesh, friend. Where'd your hand go?
Aye, you be a sharp eye there. That's why we must escape now, else you be losing the rest of your bodies.
Nay, I think.
can I telekinese Hook if I try?
You can certainly
using
try.
the mental power of
Let me see. He's not very strong as a
Mage Hand cantrip,
Yes.
which is invisible,
Yes, your telekinesis.
and I'm shoving it.
Yeah, you shove him about a little bit towards the back. Aye! Oh, no, you see, don't doing that. I be your only salvation against the dreaded crocodile.
Oh, I think you'll be what slakes the crocodile's hunger.
Oh, I see how it is then. Be mutiny on me own ship.
This be my ship, I tells you. I dreamt it up.
I'm the
what does-
captain.
So Walt's watching this, and he's like, what does the ship look like right now?
It's his ship.
But this guy's just manifested out of nowhere.
It appears that way, yes.
Cripes.
How close is he to the edge of the ship?
About 10 feet at this point.
Oh, and a thunder wave might be just the thing, wouldn't it?
It could be.
That's
I
got
said,
knocked up.
this is my ship!
Well, thank you for your entertainment. Captain Hook, was it?
Captain of the Hook.
Ah, well, off to Neverland, boyo. Boom! It'll be DC 18.
All right, so there's as he blasts back, and you see orange and blue energy swirl on one of the clocks of the crocodile's eye as you watch his hook just goes right back to where he was. Aye, there'll be none of that then.
It was on the crocodile.
Yes.
Interesting.
You see all of his wounds that had been caused from the explosion just kind of heal back up again.
Can I try to see what kind of chronomancy this is, or like what?
Yeah.
I'll do would it be an insight or investigation?
But it depends what you're trying to figure out.
I just want to know what kind of, like, this contraption is clearly made up, and so it did something to reverse the time on him.
Mhm.
And I would like to know what sort of manipulation that is.
Yep, that would be, I think, you could do Arcana, you could do Investigation if you like.
Well, just they're both the same. It's a straight 11.
I mean, it was some sort of time reversal, to be sure. Or sorry, it was like more like a combination. It was like more of a hasten. it seemed to speed up his regenerative rates, allowing all the damage to have been undone.
I mean, the part that reversed him back out of the mouth.
Well, he didn't get sent towards the mouth. He gets sent towards the back of the ship. That seemed to have more or less been okay. It was more so like the damage that was undone.
Oh, this is weird.
Well, I'll be honest, I was trying to force him into the crocodile's mouth.
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
It be mutiny then. Very well. And he kind of raises one of his hands and flashes it out as a plank just extends out the end of the ship. You be walking the plank then.
Walking the plank on my own ship, that's how.
It's my ship.
We are.
I be the captain.
Then what's its name? Just as I thought, we've got ourselves a stowaway.
And you know what happens with them.
And he
Walk
sort
the
of
plank, friend.
kind of glares around a little bit. And you see his facial features sort of melt slightly as a little bit of red skin kind of pushes it back up again. I be the captain of this ship.
It's time we blow this guy up.
I would like to attempt a manipulation. I don't know if this is possible, but I'd like to imagine that instead of him thinking that he's the captain, that he realizes that he's actually our prisoner.
You can go for it.
It's a 10 on the die, plus
Plus your 5,
That'll
which
do
is
it.
enough
is-
because you're subtracting 5 from 20 to 15, so that's a success.
excellent. So he thinks he's...
Oh, I.
While this is happening, what's happening with the crocodile?
It is the crocodile.
The crocodile, sorry.
The crocodile is continually chomping and attempting to get closer and closer to the ship. It's
Is
always
it gaining?
not really. It seems to be perfectly following along on the ship. If you were to stop or slow down in the slightest, it would immediately start taking chunks out of your bites out of your ship.
And it's focused on the ship, not
Yes.
on Hook.
Well, I mean, Hook's on the ship.
Well, Hook is...
Oh,
Now he's bound up and he thinks he's our prisoner.
He is our prisoner.
I am your prisoner, yes.
Indeed, and prisoners walk the plank right into the mouth of yon beastie.
Oh, I suppose I have no choice.
Indeed.
Well, we're not giving you one, are we? And I pull out me cutlass.
All right, yes.
Go on,
He
then.
makes his way over to the plank as the crocodile takes a nice little surge around and opens up wide as he jumps into the maw, and it jumps and snaps shut and fades away to the dream.
Ah, well done, Mr. People. Well done. Now there's only one captain aboard this ship, and he says we go that way.
Do we go that?
Yes, the ship rotates back around and starts going right back up the way you were originally going.
Excellent.
I don't know if I like this realm very much. It is all trickery.
I can't help your dreams, man.
I feel like this is the nightmare all over again.
That wasn't that nightmarish.
No. So, as we get closer, so we're still at this.
So you've lost a lot of ground, so you're going back up again. But yes, the ship is now cresting the entrance to the tower.
All right, now where in this tower might your study be?
Ground floor has a kitchen at the back, a galley for Leo, and I do all my studying here in this ground floor room. It's a cylindrical small room, crammed with books, papers, stools, whatever. And then there's that winding stair up the outside, the interior, the outside of the room, inside, and it leads to a star ceiling, dome ceiling bed chamber where I commune with Mistra and cast spells.
Right.
So
Thank you for applying the euphemism.
Yes.
there are no other ways in then, other than this door.
You could go in the back way.
I mean,
Leo's
to the upper
garbage
levels, there are no other
No.
ways in.
No, this is it.
Even that window.
Sure.
Yes, I do believe that window can only go one
17.
place.
All right.
You're just like,
There's now a window.
That window.
All
Why
right.
have I never seen that window before?
I'll bring the ship in just level to the window so we can all
save us a couple of rounds of the shenanigans.
And I will use the limitless mana power to reduce the ship so you can sail right in.
Oh, snap. Okay, cool.
All right. We'll just
it's like the magic school bus goes through the window.
And we can all just step out.
Ah, lovely.
Amazing. You're gonna
So
miss
what do
that
we
sword.
see inside this
Step
tower?
out. You step out into a
Sword drawn.
Okay. You step out into the room where there is a very disappointed-looking older man, very handsome, of course,
Of course.
in a very, very stylish robe, but just a little off. Something's just a little off. His nose isn't quite right. The eyes are a little too far apart. The mouth is a bit distended.
Why did you pick that robe?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, come on. That's our worst robe.
And then there is, of course, you can see the Merrick's, very similar, kind of a little disjointed, and the shade of an Iltharian woman of some sort. And behind them, you can see the mist is kind of flowing to a chamber at the far back. You will go no farther here. This is where I protect her from you.
I would like to imagine that Merrick's is Merrick's as I knew him.
He kind of is.
He's under control.
Yeah, but free of any external influence.
Okay. You may certainly try. The DC will be different because now it is opposed.
Mm.
Just remember the monocle falling off.
You are now opposing another's will
Right.
rather than just manifesting from the dream itself.
And this implies also that another's will is enforcing its will in your dream.
Mm-hmm.
So somehow your dream, your mind has been affected. Like
Well, at this point, you're kind of the dream world is a very strange and
Mm.
wibbly place. So it is a vestige formed from his dream that is sort of being manipulated by higher powers. It's multiple. There's multiple thoughts and entities kind of all coalescing together, and certain things are taking control. So, for example, Loholt could conjure a vestige like he just did earlier, or an automaton like he just did earlier, right, to sort of help him out. These are beings which have gained a level of self-awareness. They're starting to develop their own wills.
Right.
So if I stick Ruby Fang through Eladar, what happens?
We'll find out, I guess. First, we're going to try your thing, and then I think then we're rolling initiative, I guess.
16.
That is not enough to bypass the will that is asserting its dominance.
Mhm.
So we will indeed roll initiative, and then we're going to see what happens when Ruby Fang stabs a copy.
Don't forget you get the plus.
+5, right?
Yep. 27 for me.
15 for me.
17.
27 for Loholt, 15 for Continuum,
And it works out at 14 for me.
14.
With my 5?
Yeah.
And then, okay, so then
17.
17 for you.
And I get a +5 to the initiative.
Yep.
All right. So 22.
22, oh my goodness. Okay.
Excellent.
Oh. And I get a +5 as well.
Okay, so you're at a 19 then.
Yeah.
Oh, 19.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're much faster than that.
Yeah, that's very different. That's a very different order. There's a lot going on there.
Great. Now I got to fight Merrick's. It's not going to be good.
I'm not used to this version of me. I have to look it up. It's like, what did he do?
Okay, Loholt, you're first with the 27.
So there's Adira still there as well?
Yes.
Okay. Suspend.
Okay.
All right. Shall I go for the wizard with the dagger right now? Or shall we dispatch the other two?
As Elminster's got Ruby Fang like ready to go.
Well, no, here's what I'm thinking. You go with the dagger. I go with Ruby Fang. And the Rennick Steel. Be ready for hitting with all three.
That's what I'm
That is
saying.
the
Going
dagger.
in with
Yeah,
the dagger.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But here's the problem. If this vestige is anything like the shadows that happened there, and I stab that, then it might affect you.
Yeah. I've got the death ward. If I wake up, leave the dream, and I'm down to 1 hit point, okay, so be it. If we can damage Eldar in the process and reduce him to the same, it's worth it.
How linked are they?
You don't know.
I've no idea.
Part of me wants to stab Elminster to see if it takes Eldar out. And if it doesn't work out, that's a real detriment.
Yes, it is.
Well, we already know that Elminster going back home would have no effect on this fella because that's what he wanted to happen.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, then you want to take out Adira? Ethereans can't fight chronomancy. You're our only chance to stop that Rennick blade from hitting us.
All right.
If Adira hits one of us, it's game over.
I'll go for Adira.
All right, Adira, who are you going for?
I'll
Merrick?
go for your friend there, the one that can't take insult.
Yes,
Okay.
okay.
Bonus action. Slam my foot to the ground. Classic cog of time. Goes out, stops. Scans up to my body and celerity.
Okay, you quicken yourself up.
So I basically give myself minor haste.
Mm-hmm.
And then he will, after he gets that inertia from the celerity, he will then charge in. And I will use this hand to pull out and then since Emberfang is a war sword, I can manipulate it with my other hand.
You can, as long as you have a strength of 17 or higher.
I don't. I have 16, so
Then
I
you have
cannot.
disadvantage.
It's fine. Fine, I will just go in with the dagger only.
Okay.
Attack number 1. My attack with the dagger, is it a finesse weapon or a...
It's finesse, and it does have a +2 to hit.
So, but I can't use strength with it, can I?
You can.
I can. I will
Yes.
use strength with it instead. 11. I am proficient in daggers, and I have no penalties because I'm technically the arm is of my dead friend. Okay. I thought I'd say these things out loud. 7, 8, 9. So dirty 20.
Okay. You see the mage armor come up to protect, and the dagger just goes right through it.
All right. Now we get to see what happens. He gets to make a DC.
No, he doesn't. He's a spellcaster. He automatically fails.
Ooh.
Oh, he fails. He is withered then.
Yes.
And takes 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Rennick damage.
And he is withered.
Now I know that Merrick's is also a spellcaster.
Yes, he is.
So I will then spin around Eldar, twirling the dagger with this. That's something like this even foreign to me, realizing that I'm twirling a Rennick dagger and then crash it into the side of Merrick's
Okay.
with my second attack. That would be a 16. I don't think that'll hit Merrick's.
It does hit the vestige.
Oh, then he also
The vestige of Merrick's is not as strong as Merrick's is.
good.
And he is a spellcaster.
Is he a
He
spell?
is.
So
So he'll fail automatically.
he takes 9 Rennick damage.
And he is withered.
And then I have a celerity attack.
Yep.
So then I'll just spin back around again and back into the Eldar. That will definitely hit. Or another. I don't get my strength bonus on this one though, do I? Oh no, I do because it's not 2 weapons. 1, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more Rennick. So
Okay. So as the dagger stabs into the vestige of our friend Elminster, he sort of sucks in breath. Veins begin to go up his neck as the sallow of skin pulls back, and boy, that looks like it
And I'll
hurts a
say-
lot.
didn't see that one coming, did you? She can't help you against this.
Captain Flynt.
Over to me, is it?
Yes.
All right. Well, I look at this fella that they call America, his vestige anyway.
Yes.
And I'll cast Dissonant Whispers. As I say, off to one side. And then around him he just hears, Leopold, Leopold, Leopold.
Leopold.
Oh, God. That's
DC
bad.
18.
Yeah, 4.
4, all right. Now then, let's see. Hold on.
How many D6s do you need?
I need...
There's 3 more there on the ship.
Yes, that's right. Here we are. So that'll be 76.
Sorry, Keith. It's not really you. Keith's like, I wouldn't do that. I would cast a fireball.
76.
That's true.
It would.
Mm.
It would have been neat to see the other party fighting this party to see how crazy it would have been.
That will be too many ones in there for my liking, but 2, 4, 6, 12, 7, 19 points. of psychic
19
damage.
points of psychic damage.
He has to run, doesn't he?
Worst kind, and he has to move immediately away from you, I believe.
Yes, run away from me.
Which I don't think puts him in any real danger with the rest of your party, but it does provoke an opportunity attack from you.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And for me, but I've already blown my reaction.
That's the thing, yeah.
That is 15 plus 9, 24.
That'll hit.
Right. That'll be...
Is this your
Eight.
sunblade?
This is the Sunblade. So that is a total of 12 points of radiant damage.
This can't be the
And this... Oh, no. Sorry. I was going to do my bonus attack, but this is opportunity, so no.
Right, yes, okay. So as he begins to... He just about faces and begins to move away at a good speed. Genie says, "No, when to run." His blade kind of slashes him in the back as he careens forward, and parts of his body begin to kind of fade away into the dream as he starts trying to hold himself and gather it back up again.
Oh, it's no use, friend. You see, your friends tell me you're not half as smart as you think you are.
Whoa, 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 whoa. We never said that. We never said that.
Well, it is his turn, and you'll just see him twitch a little bit as he turns himself around. His face is like sort of half of his face is deteriorating away into different parcels of constructed mists and globules. And
So he is half the genius he used to be.
as he reaches down and holds up like this gnashing teeth in a strange little ball, and he just hurls it right at you with absolute vitriol in his eyes, and I'll need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex. That is total 17.
Okay. It just grazes the side of you as you move out of the way, so you only take 31 piercing damage.
Oh.
Well, so I did make the save.
Yes, you did.
All right, good.
But it sucked if you
I
didn't.
did have a
as
luck
it just chews a section of your body out as it flies past. And then he runs at you, claws coming out of his armor and snapping as they come directly towards you.
This is not Merrick's.
It's modified. It's a 15 to hit.
15 misses. I'm
Okay,
afraid.
so you just managed to move out of the way as this snapping claw goes right next to your head. Okay, and then, so Elminster. So you believe you were going to use Ruby Blade.
Mhm.
Or Ruby Fang. Do some stabbing. Yes.
Did you roll?
I rolled an 11.
You do get a +1, and it uses your
Yeah,
intelligence,
+1.
which is a +5,
That's
Okay.
plus your proficiency bonus.
so 10, so it's 21.
Yeah.
21 to hit.
Yeah, it's +10 to hit. So,
Okay.
yeah, that'll hit.
That was hits better than I do.
Yeah, direct hit. So you may go ahead. What kind of sword did you want Ruby Fang to take? What kind of sword form? What's your favorite type of sword?
Longsword.
Longsword. Go ahead and roll me a d10 then. Because you don't have anything in your other hands. You may as well be two-handing this.
That one there, yeah. What's the plus to this?
It'll be a +6.
So 8. You see it here first. I'm Mr. Stabbing himself.
Cut myself to the quick.
Yeah, so it does. You just kind of run him through and where did you get that?
Nice lady gave it to me.
How dare you?
I dare many things. That's what Elminster does. He dares things that he shouldn't do.
gesticulates with his hands and mutters a couple of arcane words as he points his fingers into your face and casts a spell as a ray of disintegration makes its way towards you. Would you like to counter that? Try to dodge it?
Yeah, counter it.
Can
Okay.
the sword counter it?
Mhm.
Oh,
Well, that's the other option. Would you like to invoke spell absorption?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well,
what the spell absorption do?
bandage on saving throws. Use the reaction to target only you, not within her effect.
Which this would count as.
This the effect is cancelled, and the spell's energy, not the spell itself, is stored in the weapon. The energy has the same level as the spell when it was cast.
So you get to disintegrate in the sword.
Wow.
No, he gets
No.
a 6th level spell slot back.
Yeah, a 6th level spell.
That's not bad.
That's strictly all right.
So,
Oops.
Yeah, so you just bring the sword up as it absorbs the energy and then feeds it into you to give you back some of the mana that you have expended previously.
Wow.
Yeah, no one disintegrates Elminster.
It's a good dream.
Oh dear. I may have miscalculated. Adira, or what remains of your memories of Adira at the very least, will sort of turn towards this confrontation and make her way over to the living Elminster.
How far away is she from Elminster?
This is not typically a very huge room, so
Okay.
it's only going to be a 15-foot stride.
It's fine.
but I have Eladar on the end of my sword.
You
so
do.
I can just swing him like a swish kebab. In between a swish kebab in between us.
An Eladar kebab.
I will give you half cover. And if she rolls high enough to hit you, but not past the cover, then she will hit him.
Nice.
That's generally how this would work.
Yeah.
So I'll get her to do some strikes. That is going to be, so she will swing and swing and swing, but you don't even need to necessarily.
And it's a swing and a miss. A
Yes.
swing and a miss.
Merrick's
which
probably told
will-
her she was going to roll a 1.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. Which takes it to continuum.
All right. I will cast haste. I will heft my hammer. The hourglass will.
What level?
Flare
What
for-
spell level is haste?
Haste is a 3rd level.
As the Adira's sword glows bright green.
Oh, Therians. Oh, he's got. Oh.
Fine then. Enough of that. Oh, sheesh. I just cast a spell.
Yep. That's Eltharion.
Forgot about the Therian Knight. Shit.
I don't have the benefits of said spell.
Well, it never cast, so you don't get the detriment either.
Oh, so I can still take an action?
Well, that was your action.
Mm.
But what I'm saying is you don't suffer the side effects of when haste ends.
Yeah, still got bonus and. Yeah, that was a shutdown.
Yeah, that was. I'm going to imagine that Adira is holding a regular sword instead of a.
Ooh, interesting.
Bit of a renegade.
This will be an opposed roll this time.
That's pretty good.
Yes. Yes.
Roll well.
Can I use my prompt accuracy?
This is an ability check, so anything you could use on an ability check, you will be able to use on this.
Ability check.
is an
Exhaustion doesn't
ability
kick for
check.
this, does it?
It does.
Nat
actually,
20.
yes.
Oh,
But
nice.
that'll work. Okay. The green blade with the red coupling begins to twist and mold into that of a normal longsword.
Well done.
Excellent.
Indeed. Oh, maybe you're thinking about this the wrong way.
How much gold would you like?
I've got some ideas.
That's just cheating. I should do that.
Oh no.
Loholt.
So he's already withered, right?
Yes, he's not looking too happy about
All
that.
right. Well, I'll spin around, and I'm gonna drop everything I got into Eladar
Okay.
with Amberfang this time.
Okay.
So I guess I'll just put the dagger in the box. I just have to drop it. How would I?
You could drop it. That's fine.
I'll just drop the dagger, and then I'm going to swing with the Amber Fang. Huh. That is a 25.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop a 3rd level smite.
The mage armor attempts to block the blade, but you just get around that.
Yeah, so
Get
then
it
I'm
to the
just
side.
so I'll drop a 3rd level smite. It's 2,
Okay.
3, so it's 40, 48. So he's going to take. This is a dream world, right?
Yes.
Okay, radiance isn't really going to affect him, but wither damage would be the best as psychic. No, still as radiance, fine. Oh wow, 8, 16, 22, 25 radiant, and let's roll that. Great weapon fighting. That sucks. 5, 6, 7 for Amber Fang.
Okay.
And then second attack, and then quickened attack. Pair of
Aren't you just full of sword swings?
pair of 14s.
14.
And, no. I plus 9s. A pair of 23s.
Then yes.
Okay.
He is but a poor mage with little but robes and panties.
13.
Oh wait, he probably does have panties.
23 Amber Fang damage, and 1 more radiant. Ooh. 15, 21, 22, and 22 more radiant. 3rd level spell slots are gonzo.
Okay. You get the sword strikes in, and he starts to kind of stumble over. And
Is it affecting him in any way?
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to picture him disintegrating as I'm hitting
Yeah,
him.
more and more pieces of him are flying away as he gets down to his knee because half of his leg is just gone at this point. He just starts.
I keep the sword in.
Of course, he's sort of.
And I say,
He's clearly fading away at this point.
it's not for me to end you. And I just like to take a step back. And
Now, Flynt, you are dealing with a super genius at the moment.
Well, you see, there we are. So using the inspiration which I had,
Yes,
and attempted to manipulate reality.
I see.
I've got a 19 on that, and I'm going to use that bardic inspiration that Mr. Linvander
Yes.
so kindly provided me. Take it up to 23.
Okay.
And I look at him, and his form's been shifting and changing, and he's growing claws and whatnot. And you mentioned super genius, and you see, that's the problem with smart fellas who think too much. Sometimes they just vanish up their own arse. As he begins to twist, and his head actually bends backwards, goes up his butt, and he's just sort of twists into a little knot until he's just gone.
100%.
Carry on, boy.
Would that be Merrick's Aneth?
Oh.
Oh, sorry, Keith. We love you.
Oh.
Keith's like, that's it.
Oh.
Everon has a yearly hanging of Loholt.
Oh.
Well done, sir.
Hey, thank you.
Well done, sir.
Now, seeing that, the vestige of Elminster sort of raises the hands. Wait. But it is your turn.
I'm not waiting.
Okay.
I leave the sword in him and I magic mist it.
It's like the what's it? Die Hard when he just puts the gun and goes.
And fades away. Parts of his head kind of floating off into the void, slowly ethering away.
Hey, we could have been a contender.
There's a rumble as the red mist glows and pulses from just down yonder. And you hear sort of this anguished scream as the whole place begins to vibrate.
Is it time to wake up?
Might be.
And the energy begins to burn from out of that room.
All right, are you ready, everyone?
Well, hold on. Let's
No,
just make
that's
sure.
how we wake up, no? All right.
You still have your ship, don't you?
Oh, that's true. So
we
do.
could just, like,
Sail
out the
away.
That's true, but we'll still be in a ship on a dream.
The
that's-
red mist continues to billow out at an alarming rate as the scream of anguish gets louder.
I'd like to use detect magic on that.
Sure.
Yeah.
As you reach out to look for magic, the first thing you realize is, I'm on another plane, and we're all projected here. There's a lot of magic. But the mist itself seems to be concentrated mana as it pours out from the... doesn't quite work that way.
Unlimited power!
It says right here, limitless mana.
And you
Look
see
what you've done.
you see the shadow of Adira just kind of turn its head again towards you all and
Cough.
continue raising the sword, and it continues to move as if puppeted.
And the mana itself, like, I'm trying to understand if there's any further leaks or anything.
It seems to be emanating and pouring forth from this sort of opening in the side of the wall where the red mist is billowing out of. It seems to be streaming out of there. And what is a strong bellow, but sort of with a bit of a pulsing, almost like a whimper, but still quite strong.
What could it be?
I look at Adira, and I know she's in there, and that she's fighting, and I...
Yeah, she tries to swing at you 3 times, and you dodge all 3.
Ouch.
How big is Adira versus the size of the hole that the stuff is streaming out of? Can
She
plug it,
is
or
about
fits her?
human-sized. The size of the hole is what I would consider huge. It's
Oh.
quite
Okay, so we
massive.
can't plug the hole with Adira.
No,
But I could enlarge her using the sword's power and plug the hole with Adira.
there is
with a mage hand.
there is another sort of rumble and a vibration
Of course,
emanating from beyond the sort of the yawning.
The yawning portal?
I was trying not to say
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Because that is an actual thing, but the yawning hole, yeah.
I'm just concerned that if we leave and things are only half finished...
No, I get that.
Well, we could always finish it all the way. That hole, as I see it, is a lot small. I think we're just standing very close to it. In fact, it's actually a bit smaller than I think. So I'm going to try to make it smaller.
Just make an intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
Intelligence save.
That's an 18 on the die.
You reach out
And
to
so 23.
manipulate the dream, and this roar of angry, powerful energy surges back against you as another scream and a vibration emanates out from the chamber.
Oh, I don't think that's going to work, boys.
On the other hand, it didn't seem to like it. We might be on the right track.
Perhaps.
Let's see here.
Do we want to wake up now and see what it is, or do you want to just hold our ground here? Because whatever this is, we've defeated Eladar, but how do we...
But there's more.
There's more of something. It means that Eladar wasn't the end game.
Mm-hmm.
Eladar maybe was shaped by this.
A princess is in another castle. No.
Well, I mean, by his own admission, he was merely a servant of this vestige of the Lady of Mysteries.
Yeah, but she doesn't roar like that.
The real problem might be, in fact, whatever dark force is pretending to be Mistra. I'll yell, "Show yourself! Show yourself!"
And as the mist continues to billow out, it does begin to kind of form and swirl all around everyone, start filling the room and surging as you hear a voice. I am the Lady of Might. Power incarnate. Forms begin to swirl around, faces. Graceful young woman, barefoot running around you. Wherever magic is worked, there am I. Dark-hued, plain, ankle-length robes, an aura of blue-white light piercing through the mist. From the coldest poles to its hottest jungles. Large, dark eyes hinting at the long-born pain. Short-cropped blonde hair flowing and twisting as if alive. Behold me and love me, as all who deal in me do. This world is my domain, and it shall be mine for eternity.
Is this your maestra?
No. No. She's never been blonde. She doesn't. She already has all the powers. She doesn't need it.
This
She
is
doesn't talk like this.
clearly some broken, fragmented image.
Yeah, never goes barefoot. No. So.
The mana, are you still detecting magic?
Yeah.
The mana reverberates and twists, and almost in the blink of an eye, so many things have just happened. Fire now swirls around the entire room. The entire floor seems to be coated in a slippery, slimy substance. Stars circle around the top of the chamber, and a little bead of fire that definitely was not there before in the center of the room explodes. I will need a dexterity saving throw from it.
Yeah.
You can wake up now.
I think I'm gonna
Be
just
a 24.
drop it.
Oh, wait, 29. Thanks to our friend.
I'm gonna drop lucid dreaming.
It fails.
Oh.
Oh, I knew, oh no, I knew this was gonna be it.
I suggest
it?
you don't shoot
Yep.
yourself.
No, I'm getting that. 29.
29.
Nat 20.
I am not familiar with dexterity, so I will use selective destiny on this one to get a reroll. Glad that I did. Dirty 20.
Okay, so what do we have? Sorry, run around the table there.
29.
Yeah, you had a 29. You had a 20.
Dirty 20.
Nat 20.
Not 20.
17.
Did you have my +5?
Oh.
22. Paladin.
Yeah, that always.
Paladins.
That's always the
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
Paladin's
isn't it?
aura.
All right, that is a consummate success.
All right.
Everybody, which will result only in half of the damage
Oh, thanks.
From the delayed blast fireball.
from the delayed blast fireball
Yeah.
that was cast during the time stop spell.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Time stop spell.
Suspend.
You knew that was happening?
Oh, no, I've employed that move before.
It's a very strong move.
It's a good move.
Strong
It's a good
opener.
move.
Okay. I'll just absorb the delayed blast.
Well, it's not. It has to be a single target to you. It has to be specifically targeting you.
Area
it's
effect.
got target
Ah,
on you.
that there be the loophole.
Yeah, I got it.
Wow, I rolled low. You only get half of 47 fire
Nice.
damage.
That is 23.
And I don't take any because of my
You
shield.
duck behind your shield.
Yeah.
23.
And as that happens, a surging of chaos magic begins to form in this chamber, as if someone were grabbing a D100 and rolling on a regional chart.
Oh no!
Oh boy, so I can use controlled chaos. Is what you're
Okay,
telling me.
what's that
I would
ability?
like to.
Yes.
Read that ability.
When a table for a supernatural, regional, or wild magic surge is rolled on, you can expend a spell slot to roll on the table twice and choose which of the two effects occurs.
Ooh, wow.
Would you like to do so?
That's a great ability for the sword.
Spend the spell slot,
They might both be
whichever one you
terrible,
like,
but-
Yeah.
and we shall do this then. So would you like to roll the dice? Or?
Sure.
So you roll a D100.
A D100.
Yeah, it's the 2 D10s you got there. Here,
Do I have a second D10?
here, roll
No.
these.
Okay.
Roll that twice. We got a 39.
39. So your
And?
first choice is that all fire freezes into ice. That's not bad.
That's fine.
And then the other one might be
And what's the other one?
we're all rich. 93.
93.
Wow,
Wow, that was quite
reverse
the...
39, 93.
All right. The first time someone targets a creature with a spell, the creature must make a save, and on a failed save, the spell targets the caster instead. So spell rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
So would you prefer all fires become cold or
Yeah.
spell rebound is the thing?
All fires.
I mean, that seems
Yeah.
like the way to go.
Yeah.
So what little fire, I mean, you still take the damage because it was a boom.
It already happened. Yes.
But the little fire at the edge just sort of freezes solid as the magic goes wild and chaotic. And if the figure forms before you out of the red mist, a broken and cracked vestige of a woman with her skin kind of pocked and mangled and peeling, tears streaming down her face as she continues to gesticulate, and magic and mana formulates at her fingertips. But as she unleashes her power, that is going to have to wait for the finale.
I knew it. I knew Eladar wasn't the end game. Yeah. So I have to fight some sort of weird goddess of some sort. It looks like.
This must be the.
Does anybody have any idea what that? I have no idea what this is.
All I
think
know.
a broken vestige of Mr. But
Yeah, it's
If we can find out what damage she's particularly susceptible to, if it's someone I can deal with a spell, I can change all spell damage types on the little list. Like, there is a limit to do that damage.
What
If we can.
What we do know, I think, is that she is the cause, or perhaps taking advantage of the mana, tapping into the ley lines, sucking up the mana.
does anyone have anti-magic shell? That's
No, and it's above me.
the dagger, maybe.
And she's, if I'm putting this together correctly, she uses magic of a different nature than what we have in this world.
Yeah,
right?
well, she was using manipulation of time.
But
But here's the thing: if you're ending the dream
I tried.
didn't work, then I don't think if us dying is going to wake up in the real life. I think this is straight out of Elm Street.
You may or may not have crossed into a demiplane at some point.
Oh. Well then.
all
Oh,
right.
well, we can plane shift.